Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time. Again, according to this list on Wikipedia. Last time we looked at Donkey Kong, the breakout hit from Nintendo. Not quite their first arcade game, but pretty close. And now, released in January of 1981 in Japan, September of 1981 in North America. Frogger, developed by Konami, manufactured by Sega. Um, yeah, so this was a pretty big hit. Pretty big hit. I think most people are familiar with Frogger one way or another. Notably, it was kind of immortalized in a great episode of Seinfeld, which George Costanza tries to save his Frogger high score on an arcade cabinet, and he fails. He fails. I recommend the episode. Um, yeah. So, um, yeah, I don't know how much there really is to say about Frogger as far as being like revolut. I mean, I don't really know what it contributed to, like, a lot of these early games that are on this best of list, they seem to be there because of their impact. This is the first one to have jumping. This is the first one to have side scrolling. This is the first one to have like an ending, or whatever, things like that. Um, I'm not sure what Frogger did. That's like, holy shit. We've never heard of this before. What aliens came up with this new mechanic? I don't know. That it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to do something revolutionary. But usually that's what I like to mention, and I don't know if I see anything here, and I can't really think of anything. Um, it's another game, like Donkey Kong, where you're not really, the goal isn't really to kill anything. Donkey Kong, sort of. But you're not really, definitely not killing anything in Frogger. You're just trying to survive. Um, you have no offensive, mechanisms or anything like that. It's just survival. Um, and yeah, it's just kind of cute, and it is a little horrible how many different ways that the frog can die. Softline in 1982 stated that Frogger has earned the ominous distinction of being the arcade game with the most ways to die, including being hit by or running into a road vehicle, jumping into the river's water, running into snakes, otters, or an alligator's jaws in the river, jumping into a home invaded by an alligator, staying on top of a diving turtle until it's completely submerged, riding a log, alligator, or turtle off the side of the screen, jumping into a home already occupied by a frog, jumping into the side of a home or the bush, or running out of time. And there's a lot of ways to die, so I guess we have that. Um, yeah, it is odd that if the frog dies, if it's on the turtle's back and the turtle goes underwater. Are frogs not amphibians? Have I been lied to? No, it definitely says here they're amphibians. So that's odd. Anyways, the only thing I really know about Frogger is that one of my older sisters, when I got my arcade cabinet with like every game ever on it, she was like, "Does it have Frogger?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it has, obviously it has Frogger." And that's the only thing she wanted to play. So, clearly it had some appeal. I mean, maybe it's like Centipede, where it just appeals to females more than males for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, let's begin. Oh, again, I'm not playing a modern version of Frogger, because the ones I looked on Steam, I looked on Steam, there's a triple game pack for Froggerty Arcade, which includes Froggerty Arcade 1, Froggerty Arcade 2. No, actually, I don't think that's even true. I think this is. I don't know what to think this is. There's a Froggerty Arcade 1 and 2, and then there's Froggerty Arcade Triple Game Pack, which I thought was like a 1, 2, and a third, but this just says it has 3 game modes to it. So it seems to be a separate game than Froggerty Arcade. Either way, it all looks like shit. And the reviews for this, there's one review that's like lengthy of it's a shockingly lengthy review for this kind of game. But it's just like, oh, I was really looking for a modern Frogger game, and it has achievements, and blah, 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 blah. And then the other reviews, 2 of them just say Frog, and then one just says best. But they all gave it a recommendation, so, anyways, let's just play Frogger. Alright, so controls are very simple. There's just up, down, left, right. Your goal is. Fuck. Your goal is to move the frog upwards on the screen, past the traffic, and then onto the turtles and the logs to get into these little nooks at the top of the screen. That's your home. So all 5 frogs need to get home. You have a time limit, so you gotta move fast. But you don't want to, you know... you're trying to not be an idiot about it, right? What the fuck? Why didn't I go up? You also have a limited number of lives, of course. The traffic is pretty slow. But, you know, it's the first hurdle. And then, turtles, some of them go underwater. But not all of them. And then the logs have... Fuck. Ran into the bush. Frogs can't touch bushes, you know. Fuck. And then, you know, the logs move at different speeds, different directions. Actually, they're not moving in different directions. And then there's other things sitting on the log, like, I don't know what that's, an enemy frog? I don't know. So yeah, as mentioned, there's a lot of different... Why didn't I move up? It's weird. A lot of different ways for you to die in this game. But there you go, we got 3 frogs in. The traffic really is just kind of there to slow your ass down. Make you run out of time real good. Alright, there we go. We just need 1 more frog in the hole. And we are groovy. Okay, shit. This is tough. Oh. Fuck! Damn it! That was close. I really don't know what they were kind of thinking with this game, like when they came up with it. I definitely think they were like, they saw a frog get smushed on the highway or something, and they're like, oh, wouldn't that be interesting if we made a game where a frog has to, like, cross traffic? But, I mean, that all makes sense. But then this second part, where you can die by going in the water or touching the bush, you know, because you didn't line it up perfectly with where your home is. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. But here it be, you know. I gotta say, this is probably one of the most surprising inclusions on the best... Fuck. The best games of all time. I mean, honestly, there are people out there that are saying this is one of the best games ever made. This? It's kind of insane. Fuck. Okay, good. 1 more. But I'm on my last life, so I'm definitely gonna die, because the pressure's gonna get to me. Okay, we gotta just get on some turtles. It's really... Fuck! That one's so hard. Let's start with that one. I don't give a shit about anything else. I just want that first hole. I want the hole, and I'm gonna get the hole. Okay, good. Now we don't have to worry. Now, I mean, the game has basically been beaten. Oh, fuck. Okay. That was damn close. It is kind of interesting because your movement is, like, grid-based, right? I mean, it's not free movement. But then, you know, all the other objects move smoothly. So you can end up, you know, on different parts and different, you know, you could have to line it up with your sort of grid-based movement. I will say that's kind of interesting. There we have it. We won. We beat Frogger. And now it goes again. Maybe it got more difficult. I'm not sure. Hard to say. Oh, now there's the alligators. Oh, yeah, that is definitely another layer of difficulty. Alright, it can get pretty hectic then. I've never gotten this far in Frogger. I've played Frogger maybe... Oh, God. Maybe once. Okay, now traffic is actually a factor. That isn't just time. Look at how fast these fucking turtles are going! Holy shit. Okay. Not a super easy game. I have more respect for George Costanza now. For having his high score was in like 800,000s or something like that. It's nuts. And yeah, you can be left a little high and dry with positioning. There we go. Oh, and time, yeah, you gotta worry about time. That's always a factor. God. Oh, and then you're gonna fuck me with these logs? You don't want to go on the log with the enemy frog on it. Oh, no, I got fucked. Alright, fuck it, we'll just go for the... this is the trap that I wanted to avoid. Oh, God, I smashed it! No, I was smashing the up button. Oh, I have the high score. That's great. Yeah, but then it's like... God. Then you have to start over on the basic bitch level without the cool alligators. It's like Dark Souls. Oh, come... I don't know why it freezes up when I'm mashing the up button. I don't know if that's some sort of weird limitation or what. I don't like it. Yeah, I mean, again, I could see this, actually, yeah, being more appealing to females. Even more so than Centipede. Centipede I didn't really get of why it was appealing to females, but this I could see. Fuck. Okay, back. Okay. Sometimes you gotta go backwards to go forwards. Yeah, I mean, this is very colorful. It's got nice, whimsical music. And there's no, like, death and destruction of enemies. I mean, you don't have to kill anything, I'm saying. Fuck! So yeah, I mean, I could see, like, if I had to drag my girlfriend to the arcade in 1981, I could be like, well, you know, I'll play Defender, and you can play Frogger. There you have it. I'm just making up scenarios now, but you understand. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't think I need to play more Frogger. Is it good? Yeah. For 1981, definitely. I could probably, you know... Again, I could have seen myself playing this back in the day. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to really compare it relatively to the other games we've looked at, but you know, it's better than Centipede. Best games of all time? No. Again, no. Should we look? Let's look. Let's look at what people have said. No. Okay, that's a book or something. We don't want that. We rank. This is Entertainment Weekly. God damn it. Entertainment Weekly. Okay, all they did is just listed Frogger at number 98 with no explanation. They said Frogger was better than Missile Command and XCOM UFO Defense. So that's that. This is no, that doesn't work. Okay, hold on, we'll find. I feel like I've looked at all these links before, probably when we were looking at Missile Command. I don't know if that link works. Polygon 500 best video games of all time. Jesus. Okay, where does Frogger rank on this shit? It's not in the 400s. Is it in the 300? Yeah, 397. Frogger. Frogger will never not be fun. Players were tasked with merely getting a frog across a busy road, then across a busy river. But Frogger's addictive gameplay constantly left them wanting to try one more time. Because with one more try, they just might make it to the other side. Yes, you have described the gameplay of Frogger. Excellent. So these are here's some games that they thought was better. No, that was worse. These are games that they thought was worse than Frogger. Shovel Knight, Mirror's Edge, uh, Advance Wars 2, Super Meat Boy, F-Zero, uh, Metroid 2, Ori and the Blind Forest. Are you fucking shitting me? Star Fox 64. That game is worse than Frogger, if you didn't know. Batman Arkham City, Borderlands, Peggle, Ninja Gaiden, Time Splitters 2, Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay, Paper Mario, Dragon Age Origins, The Witcher 2, Final Fantasy X. No, okay. I mean, how can I? How can you even? Bioshock 2, Wolfenstein: The New Order. Yeah, okay. If you're not paying attention, let me restate this. According to Polygon, Wolfenstein: The New Order is the 444th best game of all time, whereas Frogger is 397. Super Castlevania 4? Kim Kardashian Hollywood. What? Okay, what the fuck? Not even, I mean, not even considering the fact that they ranked Kim Kardashian Hollywood for iOS higher than Final Fantasy X. Here's what they wrote for Kim Kardashian Hollywood. Don't laugh. Despite a mixed reaction, Kim Kardashian Hollywood is a force to be reckoned with. With 22.8 million players making the game $43.4 million within its first quarter of release, Hollywood reached and continues to reach more players than most critically acclaimed games. What the fuck? Fallout 4 is worse than Frogger? Kicks? Come on, Kicks is fucking awesome. Fuck you. Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 is ranked like 20 slots behind Frogger. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is worse than Frogger. Are you shitting me? Who put Knights of the Old Republic 2? What? And no one has ever commented on this article? They put out the 500 best games of all time and no one commented? Hold on. We asked everyone to vote based on innovation, polish, and durability rather than simply personal taste. Kim Kardashian Hollywood? And the number one game is Tetris, by the way. No, no one ever commented on this article. Or they did and it got all deleted or something. I don't know. And I read Polygon. I did not know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Either I'm just wildly out of touch with like how great these old games are, or something is just fucky. Okay, here's from Time, the magazine. I don't know if this is like I don't know how this was gathered together, but it just says here's our picks for the all-time 100 greatest video games. Frogger seems simple. You're a frog trying to cross the street. Then once you cross the street, you try to cross a river. You can move in 4 directions. You get a little bit of a breather in between the street and the river. But there are 99 ways to die in Frogger. Everything's trying to kill you. What a life. You can get hit by a car, you can get eaten by other animals, you can die of old age, you can die by being displaced by other frogs, you can even drown. No, this frog can't swim, it's not fair. The game hit the scene in 1981 and has produced several spin-offs over the years. Seinfeld even dedicated an entire episode to trying to move a Frogger machine from one side of a busy New York street to the other. Like the game itself, such a feat isn't as simple as it sounds. Holes. I need holes. All you did was fucking describe Frogger! What? Let's look at a different game that is actually like... Let's look at Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, which made the list. This is not ranked in any order. Now, if they just describe the mechanics of Oblivion, then I will pardon the other part. Okay, yeah, I mean, they pretty much did. Oblivion, the fourth in the series, was released in 2006 and swept sandbox gaming to new heights. Like other fantasy role-playing games, it spun a high fantasy yarn replete with demonic invaders and dynastic shenanigans. But unlike its peers, it let you abandon its central quest and explore optional subplots, or just wander off into the forest, where you might encounter totally unrelated subplots like a village overrun by Lovecraftian forces or secret vampire cabals. Citizens in the game kept to daily schedules, performed basic jobs, chatted with each other in town plazas, and even made their way from city to city on errands. I mean, there's sort of like a positive vibe to it, but I mean, yeah, it's pretty much just describing Oblivion. But yeah, overall, it's like it's the same thing. I keep saying it's like, how do you make a list? How do you decide objectively what the best games ever made are? I feel like it's just kind of impossible. And I mean, we have this aggregate list from Wikipedia and stuff, but even this is very incomplete, and there's just a lot of bullshit thrown on it, just out of like respect, rather than what people actually think is the best game. I mean, this Polygon list of the 500 best games of all time, as absolutely stupid as it does have a lot of like other games that aren't just like the mainstream most often mentioned. Like NetHack is on here, which is surprising. I mean, NetHack is certainly not on the Wikipedia list from 1987, but you know, it's there. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe once I'm done with this whole thing, I'll have to make my own top 100 games of all time. But it specifically can't be my favorite 100 games. It can't be that. Actually deciding what the best games are objectively, you know, there is a way to try to do it. You might not succeed, but like I would put Minecraft on the best games list. It would not be on my top 100 favorite games. But I have to admit that Minecraft, what it offers, you know, and everything like that, and like the whole concept behind it and everything, like, yeah, it's one of the best games ever made. But maybe that's just because Minecraft is so modern and so new, and I can just sort of view it in that lens. Whereas when I play something like Frogger, I can only view it from like this sort of just ancient toy kind of lens. I can't view it in the same way. Whereas maybe I should. I don't know. That's what makes this all so interesting. Ultimately, this is all completely pointless, but I don't know. I'm enjoying the process. So, regardless, I've sat here chatting for long enough while you stared at a blue and black screen. So that's Frogger. I mean, yeah, I guess I would probably say no, not one of the best games ever made. But only again, really, only because there have been so many games made. If you made the list in 1989, it's like there's way less choices than when you make a best of games list in 2022. So, yeah, I mean, at one point, yes, Frogger was one of the best games ever made. Now, there's just too much competition. So, that's that. But alright, my name is Mangg. This has been Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time with Frogger. And I will see you fine folks next time.